everyone, it's Letitia with Blue Heart Crochet, and today I'm coming to you. What is today? Let's see. I don't know. It's Friday the something. Anyways, welcome. I just put out my short on a new pattern by Willow and Wild. She came out with the Pooh Bear. Yep, is that what it was? Pooh Bear? Yes, Pooh Bear. And I loved it. I thought it was really good. My apologies for all the noise. Let's see here. I like these Mega Lollies. Smarties Mega Lollies. I love them. Yes, if you've ever had Smarties, you know what I'm talking about. And I love the Smarties. Yes, my favorite. Anyways, I might be sucking one of them here in a little bit. But yes, so the pattern is by Willow and Wild. And let me get it here. We have the air going, so if it sounds, that's what it is. Anyways, so here it is. This is the first one I made. Is it the first one I made? I think so. But that's what he looks like. Oh, and he is a snuggler. This is my second snuggler. The other bear snuggler I made was a pattern by a Crafty Concept, I think. Ashley's a Crafty Concept. So this is the Pooh Bear, and it came out adorable. I did the sinker eyes too, how she showed. My nose came out a little wonky, but oh well. If you want perfection, go to China and get their stuff. So yeah, that was number one. And here is number two. And he came out a little bit bigger. I don't know why, but he is a little bit bigger. Oh, and the wind is blowing outside too like crazy. I'm in West Texas, go figure. So yes, so here's my two little Pooh Bears. Remember again, this is a pattern by Willow and Wild. I always get it backwards. So yes, snugglers. And who doesn't love Pooh? Hoo. Yes, so two little Poohs that I made. Anyways, other than that, let's see, what else have I been doing? Just crocheting, just keeping my mind occupied so I don't go wacko. And I made a couple of dish rags using up cotton yarn, acrylic yarn, my plush yarn. Oh, the yarn that I used for this for the Poohs was Burnett Blanket Yarn Inspiration. Yarn Inspiration. And this color is Crimson. It is a super bulky 6. Well, I'll tell you what, I got a lot of red left, and the yellow was also Burnett Yarn Inspirations, but this was the baby blanket, Burnett baby blanket, and this is in the color Buttercup. Now I've had both of these that I purchased when Joann's went out of business. So, and I still got plenty. I could probably make two more Poohs out of this, because I've got plenty of yellow. I might be able to make 3. So, but yep. Let's see how many yards is in here. 300 grams, 10.5 ounces, 220 yards. Yeah, it's 201 meters. That's in the yellow. And it's the same in the red. So Crimson and Buttercup. Buttercup. So yep, that's the two colors I used. I think she used a little bit of like a tannish color, and it was a lighter, more cinnamony looking red that she used. I would say the classic Pooh colors. These are kind of like the modern, but anyways, so that's what I used. Okay, let's see. And then, okay, yes, dish towels. So I made a couple of dish towels. I made this one, using that stitch by vintage crochet, just vintage crochet put out. So I use that. Like I said, I'm just using a cotton yarn. I kind of like this one the best, and I have no more of this. I'm not sure where I got this, but this is a mixed match of I want to say it's kind of a rough cotton. It's not Premier. Does Yarn Inspiration have some? It's either Yarn Inspiration or Premier yarn. I think it's Premier cotton. But anyways, and then this one here is, I know this one is Premier, and this is a mixture of all of them and Hobby Lobby. So that's my two little dish towels that I made. Let's see, what else do I have? I finished my one handbag. Made the handles for it. I'm very, very proud of myself on how this turned out. So again, I showed this in my last video in the summertime makes. But here's my handles. I can't remember who I used the handles from, but it's a slip stitch back and forth. I think it was 70 slip stitches. I think I did 100 single crochets backed with the slip stitches, and then just slip stitch back and forth, and I want to say I did 8 or 10 rounds, can't remember, rows, not rounds, rows, and then you whip stitch it together, and you come out with these round tubular handles. I love it. Came out really good. Matches this. Have a mixture of all the yarns in there. So anyways, but I finished my one summer bag. Okay, let's see, what else have I done? Okay, yes, I have a few odds and ends. Let's see what else. The rooster. Who makes the rooster? I think I have it in here. Hold on. Okay, yes, the rooster was is a pattern by Loops and Knots Crochet, and that is a free Instagram pattern. I think I mentioned it. I may have mentioned it in my last video. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyways, here's this one. This is with Premier yarn, chenille yarn, and this is some off-the-wall yarn I had, fuzzy little yarn, so I made the wings out of that. And then this is also Premier chenille yarn. The eyes, the wattles, they came out a little wonky, but hey, again, you know. So that's a red one. And let's see, I know I have more. Did have another plush, but I gave it to my sister to give to her husband because he has roosters. But I did make some more, and but I made them with acrylic yarn. So here's this one. This one I did kind of like a little bit of French knots. No, I think I knotted the yarn. But anyways, I don't know the yarns. I think the brown is Hobby Lobby. This is a Mary Maxim. This is Red Heart. Let's see. This one, excuse me. This one's here is all Red Heart Super Saver. This one on the wattles, I gave it a little bit of fuzzies right there. Yes, I did. This one I gave it Wiggly Eyes. This is also this is a Mary Maxim's Pound of Love. I think that's who puts that out. So, but that's what that one is, that pink. Red Heart Super Saver. Not Super Saver, just Red Heart, I think. Anyway, something like that. And then this little blue one. And this is a Mary Maxim Pound of Love as well. Real thin. It's a 4-weight, but it's real thin. And then just some Premier Blue. The wattles. All acrylic. So those are my 4 little roosters right there. Uh-oh. Any cockle-doo. Anyways, oh, that didn't sound right, did it? Take it how you want. Okay. Then I did do a pattern by, let me see, she's right in here, I think. Yes, this is a mini kitten or a mini kitty or something like that by, I hope I don't mess up her name. Where the heck are they? There they are. Her name is Slava Handmade Studio. Where did I find that? I think she's either on Instagram, YouTube, or Pinterest. One of them three. But this is her, and I know cats are they're all in and out. But I made this one. It's a little black and white with little yellow eyes. Yes. And then I made a little blue one. This is some leftover fuzzy yarn that I had from, I don't know where. I think I may have bought this in at that store, Ollie's. It's either when I was in Georgia or when I was in Lubbock. And then this is Premier Chenille, just chenille. And I gave it some little green bashful eyes. They're wiggly. And then this brown one with gray. This is also all Premier just chenille as well. Very cute little pattern. I like it. It's a quick make. They're tiny, so they whip up really good. Okay, let me move this stuff out of the way. If you know me by now, I like to just sit here and out of boredom make anything that my head can just create. So pardon me, hold on. I'm not like Rami Mills. I don't have the wine, no Snoop wine. I have just plain old water. But anyways, so I came up with this crazy thing, and I'm gonna name it the Thought Squishy. The Thought Squishy. What's your thought? So here's this one. This is Hobby Lobby's some color pink, and this is their green. But yeah, and the lights do pull, so it is a tug and pull. I gave that one pink eyes. Actually, I was going to name them Snap because that kind of looks like when you do your snap, but it's your thought process. What's your thought? The thought. So there's that one in that color. This was my first one that I did make. And again, like I said, they all have the little tug and pulls right now with everything coming into tug and pull. And no, I did not put none of the felt or the nylon in there. I think it's in there in a way that it doesn't, because I've been tugging on this one since I made it, and I don't have any of the filling come out, fiber fill. So yeah, just a little something kids can carry on their backpacks or whatever, or just squish. Here's this one. This one's has different kinds of pinks on it because I ran out of my main pink. I see a yarn fiber fill. Anyways, so here's the pink one. Now one of these got caught in the mouth process, but this one looks wicked with the pink eyes. Then I made this little brown one, and again, this is all acrylic. You could probably make them out of plush yarn if you wanted to, but I prefer acrylic because that way you can tug and pull all you want. So there's that one. And then I made two crazy ones. I have to, you know me, I have to make something crazy. And I think these would be very appropriate for Halloween. It kind of reminds me of that thing on one of those cartoons. I can't remember. It's one of the old-fashioned cartoons. That Mario Brothers, is it? No. Sonic the Hedgehog? I don't know. Anyways, so here's this one, and I think this is the one that got caught in the yarn there. When I sewed the mouth in, I think I picked up this and it just kind of stuck it, but that's okay. Anyways, and I did my legs different. I've learned a lot from what is her name, the Zoo Stitch, and she does a lot of the tug and pulls. I make mine in one solid chain, so I don't have to tie off or anything like that. And so what I do is I do my magic ring with 6 single crochets, increase 3 rounds of 12, and then I chain, I found out if I chain 30, because when I make the second leg, it'll eat up like 2 or 3 stitches. So then I was just doing 25, so then it was eating up 3 and left me with 22, and I didn't like the shortness of it. I think it's one of these came out with a little bit shorter legs, but anyways, so now I do 30, and then when I turn it around after I'm done, I go back second from the hook and I single crochet 5, pick up the next stitch over, and then I start my increase again, and then do that. I do leave a tail probably about that long to sew this back through there, so because you will have a little hole opening down here after your chain 2, second from the hook, whatever thingamajiggy, and then you bring it through the hole, and then you pick up the little stitches. You pick up all these little stitches around here, and then you pull it tight, and then weave your end in throughout. So it's an easier way of doing that instead of having to tie off and then put them in there and all that and all this and all that, whatever. So that's how I do mine. So anyways, there's that one. And some of these I'm trying to do the opposite colors, you know. And here is the last one. I think they're crazy. They say everything's like their owners. So anyways, here's this one. And again, like I said, this one got caught in the mouth tug, but it's okay. And like I said, it's it's a tight pull, but there you go. So, you know, we could just put wear them as earrings, I suppose. Yeah, why not? But yeah, that is what I've been up to. Not much of anything, nothing crazy. Oh yeah, look, they stick. I think I like that. That should be a picture shot, don't you think? Anyways, that is it, folks. I don't have anything more. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody that's new here, and everybody that continues to follow my craziness. And so with that being said, have a great weekend. Not sure when I'll post this. I'll either post it for Saturday or for Sunday. It'll come out one of the 2 days, but anyways, no later than Monday, but you'll see it. And so with that, have a good weekend, and I appreciate everyone. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we shall see you later. Peace out.